Hello and welcome to Nolan School of Motoring. In this video tutorial, I will be talking about how the test sheet report is marked. Before you begin your driving test, you will need to read and sign the driving test sheet report. At the start of the test, the examiner will ask you to read a vehicle registration number from 20 meters, which is around 65 feet. Control stop. You may be asked to show you are able to stop the vehicle in good time and under full control, as if in an emergency situation. This is not classed as a manoeuvre. 3, 4, 5 and 6 are your reversing manoeuvres. You will be asked to complete one manoeuvre. You need to show that you are able to control your vehicle at slow speed whilst taking effective observations and acting correctly on what you saw. You are allowed to pull forward twice to fix your vehicle's position. The examiners will generally give you between 2 and 2.5 minutes to complete the exercise. Vehicle checks. This is where the examiner will ask you one show me question and one tell me question. Control. Throughout the test, you need to show that you can use all the controls smoothly and at the correct time. Accelerator. Smooth use of the gas pedal. Clutch. Not allowing the vehicle to go into a stall when slowing down or stopping. Gears. Choosing the correct gear for the driving conditions. Foot brake. Harsh braking or sudden braking needs to be avoided. Handbrake. Do not use the handbrake to stop the vehicle. When moving off, make sure the handbrake is completely off. Steering. Avoid making sudden movements. Make sure you put the correct rotation on when you're in confined spaces. Move off. You need to show that you can move away on the level, on a slope and at an angle safely and under full control, taking effective observations. Move off only when it's safe to do so. Safety. Check your blind spot before moving off. Control. Do not stall or labour the vehicle when moving off. Use of mirrors, rear observations. You will need to have shown you have used your mirrors safely and effectively, acting correctly upon what you saw. Signalling. Check the appropriate mirrors before starting your signal. Change direction. Check the appropriate mirrors before moving left or right. Change speed. Check your interior mirror before using your foot brake. Signals. You should only use signals shown in the highway code. On test, you should have signaled clearly to let others know what you intend to do. This is particularly important if it would help other road users or pedestrians. Necessary. Will other road users benefit from your signals? Correctly. Do not signal left and then turn right. Timed. Signal at the correct distances from your junctions so your signal is not misleading. Clearance. You should give parked vehicles and other obstructions enough space to pass safely. Try to avoid just missing stationary vehicles or getting too close to oncoming vehicles. Response to signs and signals. You need to show that you can react correctly to all traffic signs, road markings, traffic lights and pedestrian crossings. Traffic signs. Make sure you're aware of all your traffic signs, such as no entry signs and information signs for independent driving. Road markings. Do not ignore giveaway lines or stop lines. Traffic lights. Try to avoid running a red light or an amber light when it's safe to stop. Traffic controllers. Make sure you're aware of any lollipop men or women around schools. Also, watch out for any temporary traffic lights at roadworks. Other road users, for example, cyclists, mobility scooters, pedestrians. Try not to get too close or intimidate them with your vehicle. Use of speed. You should have made safe and reasonable progress along the road. You need to keep in mind the road, traffic and weather conditions, road signs and speed limits. you need to show confidence based on sound judgment. Following distance. You should keep a safe distance between you and the vehicle in front. You should be able to stop safely, well within the distance you can see to be clear. Progress. On test, you need to show that you can drive at a realistic speed appropriate to the road and traffic conditions. Appropriate speed. Make sure you don't go too slow for the driving conditions. Undue hesitation. This is when there's a clear gap in the traffic and you have failed to move off at your junction. Junctions. The examiner is looking for correct positioning and approach speed at junctions and roundabouts. This is because these skills are essential for dealing with these hazards safely. Approach speed. This is when you are going too fast and having to brake harshly on the approach to your junctions or stationary traffic. Observations. Making sure you're looking in both directions emerging from junctions and not just looking in one direction. Turning right. Make sure you're in the correct lane on the approach to your roundabouts and making right turns at traffic light control junctions. Turning left. Again, making sure you're in the correct lane on the approach to your roundabouts and your traffic light control junctions when making a left turn. Cutting corners. This is when you start your turn too early. Turning left, your rear wheel might catch the curb, and when turning right, your front wheel goes over the giveaway lines. Judgment. Your examiner will assess your judgment skills throughout the test. Overtaking. Choose the correct location before starting this maneuver. Make sure you can see clearly before you commit. Meeting. This is where there is conflict with approaching traffic. Make sure you know how to deal with these situations. Crossing. When making right turns from a major road to a minor road, or when you're making a right turn at a set of traffic lights, try not to make any vehicles on the approach slow down, stop, or swerve. Positioning. You should have positioned your car in a safe position. Normally this would be keeping well to the left of the road. Normal driving. This is where you position yourself to the left. Lane discipline. Make sure you stay in your lane. Pedestrian crossings. You should be able to identify the different types of pedestrian crossings and take the correct action. Position and normal stops. You should be able to choose a safe, legal and convenient place to stop, close to the edge of the road, where you will not block the road and create a hazard. Awareness and planning. You must be aware of other road users at all times. Your examiner is looking to see that you plan ahead to judge what other road users are doing. This will allow you to predict how their actions will affect you and react in good time. Ancillary Controls. You need to show that you can operate all of your vehicle's controls safely and effectively. The examiner is looking to see that whilst on the move, you keep proper control of your vehicle whilst using secondary controls. These include demisters, heating controls, indicators, and windscreen wipers. Eco-safe driving. You should drive in an eco-friendly manner, considering your impact on the environment. This is where the examiner will mark you down for a pass. This is where the examiner will mark you down for a fail. ETA. Examiner took action, verbally or physically. This is classed as 1 minor, that's 2, 3, 4, and this results in a serious fault. This is marked as a dangerous fault. This is where the examiners will total your number of minor faults. This is where you must declare any change to your health status since you last applied for a license. You're allowed up to 15 minor faults. If you get 16, that's a fail. If you get multiple minor faults in the same area of driving, then they turn into a serious fault. That's a fail as well. I hope you found this video useful and please subscribe for more videos.